This video is brought to you by SoccerLoco.com. Be sure to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for $10 off any order of $75 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the Adidas Predator LZ2 SL in the brand new infrared, white, and black colorway. Now, as you can see, it comes in this very large clear plastic drawer-style box. We'll open up the box here to get a look at what is on the inside. Adidas does include a couple of extras with this particular model. The first extra being a string bag, which you don't see all that often from Adidas. You can see that it is black and orange with your orange Predator and Adidas branding there on the front. So we'll get that out of the way. They also include an extra set of black laces to go along with the orange ones already on the shoes. I'll show you what these look like a little bit later in the on-feet portion of the video. And then, of course, with all the SL models, Adidas includes two sets of insoles. This is the comfort insole for this particular shoe. Essentially what it is the identical insole that you would find in a standard Predator LZ2. And these go along with the lightweight insoles that are currently featured in the shoe that I'll show you in just a second. So we'll get the shoes out of the box really quickly, get this box out of the way, and if you guys could take a quick second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the LZ2 SL, and I have to say that I'm really happy with how this shoe fits, feels, and performs. I would say that it is one of my personal favorite shoes from Adidas at this point in time. And I know that the SL models generally tend to get overlooked because they are a little bit more pricey, but in terms of performance, basically you get the best of both worlds with the LZ2 in combination with the Adizero in the LZ2 SL, which to me is a very attractive kind of combination. Now, if you guys are looking for more information on the overall performance, be sure to check out the full written review for this shoe on my website, SoccerReviewsForYou.com. It just went up and you can find a direct link to that down below in the description. I know a lot of you guys have also been requesting a playtest video for this particular shoe, and I will be working on it as soon as I'm done this video, so expect to see that go up in the next week or two as well. Also, guys, let me know down below in the comments if you guys would be interested in seeing a comparison video between the LZ2 SL and the standard LZ2, just because there are some pretty significant differences that I think a lot of people might be interested in seeing in kind of a side-by-side comparison video that you might not be able to depict on your own. So leave a comment down below if that is a video that you would be interested in seeing. Now, basically, the technical specifications for this shoe are pretty straightforward. The major difference here between the LZ2 SL and the standard LZ2 is that the upper is not made from hybrid touch synthetic. Instead, it's made from a single layer sprint skins material, similar to what you're going to find on the Adidas F50 Adizero model. So it is a little bit thinner than the standard LZ2, and for that reason as well, it tends to be a little bit more flexible, I find, and I just like the feel of it a little bit more. I think it kind of accents the grip of the Predator elements a little bit better, and I like having that closer touch on the ball with the feel of that additional grip. Now, of course, the highlight of any of the Predator Lethal Zones models are the Lethal Zones themselves, and you have 5 in total, and they are identical in quality and feel as what you're going to find on the standard LZ. They're all made from rubber, and moving from the right side, you have the dribble zone. On the top, you have your first touch zone. On the instep here, you have your sweet spot. You have your drive zone, or your main striking element here going across the top of the foot, and then your passing / control element in the form of these little rubber strips running through the midfoot. All of which, essentially what they do is just add additional grip on the ball. So if you're one of those people that likes having a lot of grip, you're going to love the feel of the LZ2 in general. But if you don't like having a lot of grip and you like to slide the ball on your foot, then you should probably stay away from this style of shoe altogether, just because it's going to be something that's very difficult to get used to if it's not your personal preference. Now, as far as the colorway goes, just to touch on that before I forget, this is the infrared colorway, and it's very, very orange in person. I know some of the online photos make it look a little bit red. That's just how infrared shows up on film. I'm not sure what it's going to look like in this video, but just keep in mind that in person it is a very, very bright orange. Also, just to quickly touch on the colorway as well, visually I think this is a very good looking shoe. It reminds me as if you were to take an orange shoe and walk through the snow, and you'd have kind of this messed up looking pattern going across the front of the shoe, and it would obviously be white because it is snow, and I think it just looks very cool. Very unique looking shoe, and very appealing as well. As far as the rest of the shoe goes, you do have your off-center lacing system, as you guys can see, with the laces being pushed slightly to the outside. A very thin sprint skin synthetic tongue as well. The heel liner is identical to what you're going to find on the standard LZ2, which allows for plenty of comfort and a really nice padded feel. Give me a second here and I'll actually remove the insole so you guys can get a look at that. Like I mentioned, they do include 2 sets of insoles. The comfort ones, like I showed you earlier, and here is a look at the lightweight insole. You can see it's essentially the same thing, same thickness and everything. Even has a similar liner on top. It's mesh instead of suede, but it has perforations all throughout. So for the most part, it is a little bit lighter, but the difference in feel is very, very minimal. So we'll take that out of the way. And then of course, one of the other major features of the LZ2 SL that you're getting with the SL model exclusively is the sprint frame construction, which is essentially the one-piece heel counter and outsole that is included on the F50 Adizero. It's an exact kind of piece of that particular shoe that they've just pulled off and put onto the LZ model to make for a slightly lighter feel. So you do have that external heel counter, which personally I prefer to the internal heel counter featured on the standard LZ2. And then of course you have the exact same stud pattern with those triangular studs going throughout. And of course the shoe is MyCoach compatible, so if you do have that MyCoach chip, you can slot it in the sole of the shoe and track your stats. So that's pretty much it as far as the technical specifications go. I'm going to move on next to a quick weigh-in so you can get a better idea as to how lightweight these guys are. Perhaps the main attraction of the LZ2 SL is that it is significantly lighter than the standard LZ2, both in hand as well as on feet. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind that this is a brand new pair in a size 9.5 US. We're going to throw it on the scale. And you can see that these guys weigh in at 7 ounces exactly. So a little bit more than an ounce less than the standard LZ2, which is pretty impressive considering that the standard LZ2 is already pretty lightweight. So if you're looking for that lightweight feel while still maintaining all of the grip from the Predator elements, you're going to get that from the LZ2 SL. So that's pretty much it for the weigh-in portion of this video. We'll move on next to a quick on feet so I can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the LZ2 SLs on feet, and I have to say that I really like how this shoe feels. It's every bit as comfortable as the standard LZ2, just a little bit more lightweight, and I would argue that the upper is even a little bit more flexible simply because it is a little bit thinner. As far as the overall fit of the shoe goes, it isn't particularly wide, it isn't particularly narrow. I would say that as long as you don't have an overly wide foot, you should be able to wear these shoes no problem. Just keep in mind that you won't get much stretch out of the upper because it is a very kind of rigid synthetic material in terms of its construction, and you have all of these rubber vamps going over top. So like I said, you're not going to get much stretch out of the shoe at all. So the way it fits from right out of the box is the way it's going to fit a couple of months down the line. In terms of sizing, I'm wearing a size 9.5 US, which is a half size larger than I would normally wear in the standard LZ2. Again, that's simply because the upper is not going to stretch like it will in the standard LZ2. So for the most part, I would definitely recommend going a half size up for the most comfortable fit. And as you guys can see, the sizing is pretty much perfect. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the Predator LZ2 SL. It definitely is one of the more unique shoes in terms of feel currently out there on the market, offering plenty of additional grip on the ball and maintaining a solid yet lightweight construction. It's not for everybody, but if the LZ is something you were taking a look at, I would definitely consider the LZ2 SL. Like I mentioned earlier guys, if you would like more information on the overall performance, be sure to check out the full written review on my website, linked down below in the description. On that same review page, not only will you find the review, but you'll also find high quality images of this shoe, along with buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes to get you some additional discounts for all of the available colorways for this particular shoe. So be sure to go ahead and check that out. Again, I will be working on the playtest review video with some free kicks and stuff like that over the next couple of weeks, so expect that to go up very, very soon. Leave a comment down below if you do have any questions. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. All of my social media links can be found down below in the description, along with a link to my second channel. Be sure to go ahead and check that out. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.